All right, now we're going to work on the teeth here. Make sure you have the eyes enhanced, the layer selected, and then go up to the action, teeth, and select it, and then hit play. And boom, nothing happened. So we do have to do one thing in here, and that's trace the outline of the teeth. So with the folder selected, go up to the lasso tool, make sure it's on 1 pix up here, okay? Now zoom in on those teeth, and we're going to trace around them. You don't have to be perfect, but you want to be pretty close to perfect. So let's do it. Alright, so you have a gum line there. We want to kind of be right on that line. And then this happens a lot. You have a tooth that's in the shadowy area in there. And then we can just sort of trace along here. It doesn't look like they're teeth, but trust me, they are. And I'll show you how to refine this outline as soon as I close off this loop. It can be difficult to do with a mouse, but it's not impossible. I just did it with a mouse. So we got a few little, actually we did pretty good. Looks like red in here. If you hold the option key, you see that little minus comes up on the lasso tool where the mouse is. See that minus key? If we hold the minus key and click and drag over the area we want to remove and let go, took it away. How cool was that? All right, looks like we did okay, actually. If we want to add, we hold the shift key. So shift, see the little plus button on the icon there? See that? Little plus key with the shift. And you can add an area. So you can see we went a little bit into the lip there. So we can shift, click, and drag. And now we can let go. And, oh, we messed up. So now we got to hold the option key and refine that edge a little bit. There we go. Like butter, baby. All right, so now that we have that mask selected, we can go over to the teeth here. Don't click on it. Go down to this little mask option, and we mask it out. Where'd it go? The mask is gone, but everything in this folder now is where that mask is. You see this mask. Hold option and click the mask. You can see what it's affecting. So we've got just the teeth selected there. Everything in here, these 3 items, are only going to apply to those teeth. So the next step is we go with fill with white. Go up to the marquee tool, start at the high end, and just click and drag over the teeth area. Like that. Then hit shift delete, and we're going to fill it with white. And then hit OK. And that obviously isn't what we're looking at. We have this box still selected. These are a little bit too bright. To deselect the box, you can either search for deselect, see that deselect, or you can just hit Command D. See, Command D right there. Okay, so we'll deselect. And then now that we have this filled in, go over to the right into this blank area over here and double click. This brings up the blend if option. So down here we have the blend if, and on the underlying layer, we're going to want to take the white side, hold the option key, and click on that little one to separate it, the one on the left. And then as you bring that down, you can see what happens there. Probably about like that's a little bit better. Take the dark side. dark side of the moon. All right. Now all we're doing is we're just attracting that sheen on the teeth. And then we take the blend mode and we reduce that opacity. So you can see what we've done there is we've just isolated those teeth. Okay. And then with those teeth isolated, we drop the opacity down. So we can refine this more later. But for right now, I think that's pretty good. Now we're going to go into the curves. And we're just going to grab it right in the middle and boost it up a little bit. All right? Okay, now we're going to double click in this area to the right on the layer. And oh, there's our blend if. Now let's grab the other side. And let's just affect the enamel that's on the teeth. Not the sheen, but the enamel. Doesn't look like it's making much difference, but it does. Usually about 200, 216. And then, of course, we can modify that opacity. I think maybe 20, 23% is good. And then hue and saturation is when somebody has yellow teeth. She doesn't really have that issue. But in here you can see there's a saturation slider. And you can remove the tint of the teeth or add tint, whatever. I usually take the saturation down to maybe about 8. Then you can move this up because teeth do have color. You know, they're not just white. If you're doing a Crest commercial, those teeth better be white if you're doing a Crest photo. But right about there usually looks good. So let's look at what we've done here. So we have the teeth folder here, and if we just turn that off and turn that back on, what a difference that makes. And if it's too much, you can just draw that opacity down. There's what they were before, and we can just sort of control the teeth there. That's really nice. That's really nice ability to have. So we have this incredibly bright, and then maybe about 75%. Maybe it's a little too much still, but let's go with 71. And then turn that off and on, and there you go. That's how you do the teeth. All right. We're pretty much done with our primary adjustments, so in the next section we'll talk about styling and sharpening. So, see you in the next video.